real quick for somebody? So I'm gonna have to take about 5 full minutes out, and you could take control. I'll be here for 1 minute with you. We're about to start back on Instagram right now. Okay. Okay, so we're official on Instagram. Benevolence, we're back. You already know how we do. We're dropping that knowledge. So we're focused on the spiritual realm, connecting with the spiritual realm, y'all, because that's what we do. That's what's needed. It's for us to communicate with the spiritual realm. And so that's what we're talking about. With Sister Delphi Priestess, we just had an hour of talk, an hour of dropping that knowledge. We're going to kick some more. Meditation being used to communicate with the spiritual realm, not just to blank your mind out, not just for wellness, but also to communicate with spiritual realm. So wouldn't we be communicating with principalities, Delphi Priestess? And my question also is, my question is, shouldn't we have specific goals, and should we have specific principalities that we're communicating with in the spiritual realm?
Yes.
Teach us on that.
Okay, so when your goal is to be in the spiritual realm, you have to get used to meditation, back to meditation, because you have to feel the power of your intuition. In doing this, you should start actually doing downloads, because that's what'll start happening. Spirits will talk to you. I always have a certain level of cloaking and covering of the head, whether it's full cloaking or just a do-rag or something, because this is your crown, you always want to protect it. And if you start doing downloads, that means your crown chakra is opening and opening and opening. That's the power of a psychic. That's the power of someone that truly meditates. They have to cover their head because they're in a certain level of power. And it doesn't allow anything to come in. You kind of filter and protect the head when you have things when you're channeling or down, whatever you want to call it. So going into meditation, you should have, if you're trying to work with certain principalities, as David is saying, you have to very much know your purpose, what you're trying to do, trying to go, because you can very much, which is simply consciousness traveling, because it does all the time. Actually, it's just a matter of you being conscious of it. And one of the major tools that allows you to be aware of your traveling is meditation. Um, I want to say that there aren't any major fears. Things I would say is have an altar, have candles. Um, your room is the most powerful place you can meditate if and when possible. Because your room is very much an expansion of your creation. You create a home, and naturally you protect yourself. I expect every time that the bed is the portal, the bed is the portal. So when you meditate on the bed, especially before you go to sleep, you're protecting yourself. Um, for women, I usually teach them to use their sacral chakra to close themselves, the heart chakra, and the crystal grid. What is that? Consciousness, the consciousness that exists over the body, beyond the body. You have chakras that extend over the body.
Okay.
And that's also what you can call the spiritual realm, because
Okay.
anything exceeding the dense energy, the dense physical form. And the physical form is dense is really based on what you eat, really.
Okay.
So the less you eat or the higher the physical body can can actually go with you to certain places you go. And as you get used to accustomed being in meditation, you realize you don't need the body.
Yeah.
You're going to
Mm-hmm.
create another body or be a different being. Because not we're not only human beings. We're
Mm.
different beings. That goes back to the different spiritual lineage you are. You could be from the Pleiades, Lyra, Miriam. There's so many places they're saying that we can Vala. You could be from the world. Different dimensions.
Alley Cat said meditating in water.
Yes, that
Mm.
is what a lot of people I know do. A lot
I'm
of people,
always in water. That's why you always see me at the ocean, even though it's cold and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, I get in the water. It's something different for me.
that's one of my biggest powers. I don't know if we met when I was the water dragon.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember that. I
Yeah,
was wondering, you are the water dragon, you and Delphi
water.
priestess.
Yeah,
I mean,
the water.
obviously you evolved, but you still have that aspect to yourself, just like I used to be a street gangster. I lived in the streets. I was lucky enough. Look, and it was meditation. But I'm not going to interrupt your wisdom. When it's my turn, it's my turn. But yeah.
No, go ahead. Share your
Well, I
wisdom.
wanted to say it's a testimonial. M- um, Communicating with the spiritual realm saved me because what I used to do when I was in the streets, because basically I was like homeless, but because I wasn't really because, you know, I was a gangster. And being a gangster, I was a dope dealer, whatnot. And I'm not talking about the 2000s. I'm talking about the early 90s. You understand? It's a whole different thing back then. Wasn't all this snitching, wasn't all this political correctness, wasn't all this. It was just street. Everyone was really actually just street. And like, I would literally separate myself from everybody. I would wake up in the middle of the night and just go walk, and I didn't even know what I was doing. It'd be like niggas out to kill me and all type of shit. And I'm not talking about walking in those neighborhoods. Walk totally out of those neighborhoods. And it might be a park 3 miles away. I'll walk to that park and just go sit there. And I'll wake up. It'll be morning and I'll wake up. And I have dreams and this and that. And it'd be like a refresh. And in the dreams, it would show me like I'd be at a specific apartment where I used to go sell dope. And then it'd be somebody that I was trusting. And they walk in, they pull out a gun, and aim it at me, and I hear a noise, and it ended the dream. So then, in the process of that day, I do my normal stuff. Then I go to sleep about 6 o'clock in the evening, and I wake back up about like 11, 12. Then I start serving. And I remember I walked, this is just one example. I went, and this food paged me and said, yeah, come through. It's, it was good the first time. it cashed out. But now here goes another time. It was temptation. I said, all right, yeah, but I'm not where I was. Come meet me over at such and such. So this cat going over there to meet me. I'm not even there. But they were going to kill me. You understand? But because I had a habit of separating myself and just going into this zone where I was literally geeking out. I was like talking to myself and stuff. That's what it would be now. But now I realize it was an ancestor, spiritual, and angelic principality intervention. It was like what was going on for me, for what I see it now, is those principalities were fighting off them demons that was controlling my consciousness. Knocked me cold out over and over again. Then I would wake up, and it'd be like a dog licking me or about to bite me. And I'd get up, and the dog would just run off. And it'd be like, they just showed me what I need to do to get money or to not get hurt. Or, you know, don't go over here because the door's about to get kicked in by the SWAT team. So don't go to Pasadena this weekend. You see, that was a meditation, but out of ignorance. What we want to do now, because we have bills to pay and we have life to live, we want to be able to do the same thing, but with a conscious competence through meditation. And I just wanted to add that.
That's powerful. The fact that you're aware of that, period. Some people don't even pick up on that level of connection. Even yourself.
And that was totally out of it was ignorance. It was like I had very little control over that. Very little control over that. And what I did have a control was the decision whether I was going to listen or whether I was going to go get killed or locked up. And obviously I made the right decisions. You know, they did their best. I had to do my best. They did their part. And so that's communicating in the spiritual realm for a teenager and a young adult that's living in the wrong. That was some little advice of how y'all can, or a story that someone could tell their loved one. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not the way to go, right? But if you're already in it, you need to be able to communicate with the spiritual realm.
Yeah. You just have to be conscious. That's the goal. Awakening your gifts, the game, the spiritual realm, the Maya, the matrix, simulation, the dream, all these things we have. And he was basically awakened. That's what they're telling you. He was basically awakened in the dream. That's why we're here. And California, spiritual game, California, kid. So, meditation allows you to be conscious, aware, conscious. That's what meditation does. It allows you to be aware, allows you to be in the ethers consciously. You are flexing your conscious mental. Like if somebody wants to be a track star, you run. You want to be a boxer, you practice. You want to be a mystic, you want to be able to just hear and manipulate the matrix, the illusion, the dream, the mind, this, the illusion right here. You gotta go in and flex the consciousness, go into your meditation. That way you'll figure why. You can go anywhere you want. Travel is more lucid, and you can go anywhere in this solution because we exist multidimensionally, so in different dimensions. You can go to the past version in that dimension as a different being. You could go anything.
So we can have those different ambitions when we do these meditations to communicate and to experience and travel in the spiritual realm. We don't have to just say, We don't want to stay at a stage where we're just saying, I'm meditating in hope to communicate with the spiritual realm. You should actually evolve. What you're saying is we should evolve to where we're like, I'm going to be flying in the spiritual realm. I'm going to be hearing and communicating back with a principality in the spiritual realm. So this is kind of like what I'm getting from what you're saying is that we have to have actual.
I lost you for a minute.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
We have to have, and we should be. It shouldn't stay at, and that's what the Tibetan Buddhists teach, is that your meditation should continue to evolve. In other words, your experience from your meditation. You know,
Yes.
your illusion that you experience should be different. It shouldn't just be, I am hoping. That's your first few times.
You want to do a quick exercise?
Yes.
All right. They're telling me, like, both of us close your eyes. Maybe like less than a minute.
Okay.
If you both can close your eyes, take deep breath. You know, deep. They're saying, like, what do you feel or perceive in your mind? The first word or thing or whatever pops up, color, whatever.
Cotton. Like a lot of cotton laying there. Like
What
I'm
else?
surrounded by cotton puffs, puffs of cotton.
Okay, what else? Keep going. The purpose is to tap in.
I can be tasted. Someone can taste me. Something can taste me. But I'm little. I'm small.
Okay. Do you have any fears?
Do I have what?
Fears? Do you feel
Because I don't believe it.
okay? Okay, well, what I'm getting from you for that is surrounded by protection, really. So to see yourself small.
I'm living out a fake life, but I believe it's real.
The illusion,
And that's the problem.
yes. Keep going, click.
And that's the problem with everyone. They believe it's real. And they're mad if you're not believing if you don't believe it's real.
Because they don't know how to go in. You have to get to go in naturally. So you should like practice when possible meditation as well. Because when I tap into you, I literally see any form of meditation inside your aura. You do not meditate. That's why these downloads are hard for you to interpret. Because I'm a powerful head. You're very protective, but you need to meditate too. I to say to you, to meditate.
Mm-hmm.
You need to find the power inside your meditation. Speak of it, but you need to be it. You need to not just see it from the perspective that you stand in at this moment, but you need to tap into the intuition, your intuition, and you'll find power and how we can. Because I close my eyes and I see space. What else I see? trying to send you something else. Do you feel it or pick it up? I feel wings for you.
You feel what?
Wings. You're so
Mm,
protected.
mm.
You're privileged also in the spiritual realm. I feel so much pain. You need to meditate more. That's what I got. Do you feel that?
I feel yesterday. I feel yesterday in a different life. I feel like they're not preparing me for tomorrow. They're preparing me for nothing. They're preparing me to escape.
I
And
get stand in your power. Go ahead.
there is nowhere to go. There's nowhere to be. And that's
But
the
then
issue. And that's what they're showing me. And not until this do I realize it's a big lie. And every day I decide if I'm going to believe it.
yes, you need to stand in your power. You need to stand in your power of intuition. You need to light candles before this, like before we meet. You need to meditate. You're lucky. You're very powerful because about six people try to take you down. I felt it, but I'm a fuck in the spiritual realm. I don't play about my father. So you gotta understand our connect in your intuition and who you are. You have to feel they're attacking your channel, attacking it. Because that's what that is. Come in and out. They're fugazi, they're illusion. The game we manifest to them in order to project to them the reality so they can understand, so we can teach them to escape this illusion. In order to teach people that are stuck in the illusion because their consciousness is here in the physical realm, they need to have themselves exist outside of the realm to protect our word through candles, through prayer, through meditation. Get yourself down low. Close your eyes before, after this channel, this mission. Your channel is a channel. You're channeling. You projected it. You summoned me. You wanted it. So you need to know and stand in your power. Do not let them fuck with this transmission. You're letting them in many ways. You gotta be in your intuition, your power. Stand in your power. I want to say, Father God, know yourself again. Know yourself again. The transmission, the light link, all that should have been you by now. You should have been able to speak light language. You should be able to transmit me. You need to be into the intuition of this aspect of metaphysics. You gotta respectfully pop the cherry into your way, or else, it's gonna be harder. I don't know if you understand that transmission.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta light candles, gotta take, if you're gonna talk spiritual stuff with me, I don't know if I for sure with me, you gotta put the candles up. Oh man.
Sister said, get the candles. Mm-hmm.
You gotta put candles, get Get yourself black candles, white candles, red candles, whatever candle you resonate, you feel allows you to protect your channel,
Hmm.
protect you, your channel, your work. You gotta.
I was thinking about doing a live where the camera is moving, where I'll be able to show some of the protective and energy uh, sources that I sigils and natural from nature. Like, watch this.
Yes, that's protection. That's a form of protection.
There's energy in
That's
these.
an emotion.
This is from a palm tree.
Oh,
There's
it feels
energies all in
protected.
these, so I put these all around my front, around my steps, around my windows, the entrances. Not just these, but then I'll go get the olives. We get the olives in different flower sources. Every one of these have specific consciousness vibrations that are elating, joyful, happy, fun, laughter. You know, I might run into some bugs and bring them home and let them free in my house. You know, those are souls. Of course, I make sure I get them to go on back out so they can live their life. And
I feel
so
your higher self like rocking me, saying it's okay.
sometime I get soil, bring home the ocean water and pour it around in the right places and pour out the libations with the ocean water. You see, it's a lot going on, whereas these tormented souls were able to do what they did to whomever in the past. They end up more tormented running across me because they're dealing with the Intoto Neteru, the Orisha, the Vundum, the Abosom, the forces of nature. They're not dealing with, like, and this is what you were saying, the meditation. So what I have been doing lately is I've been more than I had for this whole summer, because the summer was so hot. And so I would go in places with ACs. So I wasn't in nature as much. But I went out and did a fire cook. I cooked on fire. In other words, people call it barbecue. But it was the fire. And I did my ceremonies there with the ocean water and with like the snails. I had snails there, and a praying mantis popped up, and the birds were just hyper. And I played the drums at the fire, and everything that was trying to distract me as threats, like bees landing on you, but they have no stinger, and it all cleared up. It all cleared up, and so we have missions, but sometimes you got to let the mission be the mission, and you just got to go, like you said, into the meditation.
Yeah, I feel so much energy from you. I'm sorry, that's what it is. A clear channel. That's why.
You know, I want to say something about people not getting on the live stream and stuff, although they seen our advert and stuff. It's because we're such on a high level and they're not. Like, they're looking for their conformity. Even the most spiritual people we know, the reason why they're not present is because, like you were just telling me, you were reproving me and saying you need to focus more on meditation and stuff. They need that. They need that, but they don't want it. They
And
want
that's
they
fine.
want to find out what's going on with P Diddy and um, uh, Big Meech being released from prison. It's like big black men and Latino guys, 200 and something pounds with muscles, but they're little girls inside themselves. But they want to put people down for being gay. You can't put somebody down for being gay, and you don't even realize you have a feminine attitude. Like you don't even value knowledge. Like you are stereotype of a female is what I'm saying. Like you living out a stereotype, a 1980s and 90s and early 2000s stereotype that they put on women. These men are living like that, and I just want you to know that that's why these men and women aren't tuning into us. It's because it's right now in this realm, even the so-called spiritual are actually hyper competitive. So
Yes.
even if it's going to benefit them, they won't do it.
Yes.
Or more than likely they won't do it because it'll benefit them, because them forces that they tapped into wasn't the forces they needed to tap into when they went spiritual.
They,
That's continuing our conversation.
yeah.
But we went for demons and we got blessed with angels. They went for angels and got demons. They said, oh, our ancestors, our Ngungu, our Radaloa, our ancestors, our Nananu Memsamavo, but they got demons.
Because we're chosen. You know what they call the chosen ones? You are a chosen one, David Dimitri. I don't know why I'm saying your name. Maybe because your name is. Anyway, you are a chosen one. Like, the fuck around say you are the chosen.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I could receive that now because it's not. It's more pain right now than there is joy from it. And I'm not talking about immediately right now. I'm talking about in the last 20 years. The last 20 years have been more pain being that than joy, happiness, fun, and laughter. You know, it's been more unhealthiness being that than healthiness. And I'm at a place for myself where I can accept it and realize it's that way because I am that. But when you're that and they've turned the world so into a dark place because they turn the hearts and the souls into that low vibration, it's like you're the one that suffers then.
Because you believe in the illusion. Don't believe in it.
Yeah, absolutely. But when I say suffering, I mean situationally. I don't mean in general.
Yeah.
And so they have it so that, and there's Sith principalities. When I say Sith, that these super powerful principalities, not just humans, but those Sith actually know what they're doing. They know it just takes one. It takes one, and then that one is gonna bring along all the chosen ones,
and we link up to rock.
Yep, and when we vibrate
we're in competition with each other. The real chosen. We've been through some shit today. We don't give a. Let's make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we know who's really chosen and who's not chosen.
Exactly.
That means you haven't been through enough.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sitting your ego about this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hook you up with some more shit.
Mm-hmm. They've got the people that used to be the people of love, where all they can do is fight each other. They have total zombie breed psychopaths. black men and black women linking up and living their entire life just to bring down black people that are happy. And these so-called intelligent social activists that want justice for racism and equality and shit, they don't want to do anything about that. That's why the forces are allowing us to be low compared to everyone. Because until we focus inward and say we need to take out, and I literally mean take out, by all means necessary, these dark souls that are totally can do no good, as long as we want to just party and compete with each other.
As an illusion, Dimitri.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta start. Like as we
you're right.
Cousin. Oh, I just got a download.
It is an illusion. And you
be like, oh,
mm-hmm. It's an illusion. It's very much an illusion because souls lie to themselves. There's a reason for it being an illusion. It's not just an illusion. Those souls that said I can act out and perpetrate myself of being whatever monster or destructive, and for whatever reason, it's an illusion because they're lying to themselves. And so what you're showing me is, and you're reminding me of, is being an ascendant, in other words, incarnated here from the future. That's what we say in Owu. I have the book, I just haven't published it yet. But being an ascendant from the future, we're hid. We're hid from, we're surrounded by all the trash. So all the souls that were incarnated here from the past, not all of them, but what I'm saying is those ones of them that heart was not light as a feather, so they didn't incarnate to the future golden age. That's who all these messed up black, Latino, Asian souls are. Even some of these white people that, and I mean the real white people, not the clones and stuff. These souls are incarnated from the past. They're here on purpose to protect us, even though they're the ones against us. And you say, well, that's contradictory. That's an oxymoron. No, it's not. Watch, why? Watch, because I'm explaining the illusion. Yeah. I know it's a burden for you to listen to an illusion, but reason why I'm saying it is I'm walking anyone that watched this video in the future of why they should just accept it's an illusion, even while defending themselves from these six souls. They were incarnated here. So now those souls that say, well, the messiahs will be born amongst the blacks. Well, it sure ain't all these crazy ass blacks over here. Well, that's what they think. They said, look at them niggas. Look at their crazy ignorant ass. We don't have to worry about no messiah being born around them. No, that's exactly where it's going to be born. And it won't even know it's a messiah. She won't and he won't. And then eventually once they realize it, that's when, but it cannot be that they know they're a messiah and it's right there in front of their faces, or those Sith will send in their forces and just kill them off. I just wanted to explain that because somebody's going to hear it. It's in my book. And they're going to realize something about themselves.
I keep getting, they knew when I was coming because I come in hard. I was born in Haiti and I don't want to get very much to die. Mm-hmm. And then they wanted to kill me. Mm-hmm. That parent, the whole physical part that they didn't know a baby could do that. Baby can do whatever it wants.
Peace, a catch, TJ, a catch, peace. He's on the Instagram. Oh, okay. So we talking about communicating with the spiritual realm through meditation. And I was just talking about how it relates with our everyday life and being a Messiah seed. And the reason why those of us that are the Messiah seeds, why things are, I just gave I'm not sure if you heard, but I just gave the exact reason why things are the way, why it's so many tormented souls amongst our people. They're actually here to protect us, even though they're the ones that'll kill us if they can. It's like we're hid amongst them. But we don't, even though I'm telling you this, it's going to take even Delphi Priestess and a catch. It's going to take y'all to go through some things to realize what I was trying to get across to you. Like, it's a big picture playing out. Just like the big picture she's saying, it's all an illusion. Let it go. Don't pay no attention to it. Well, I'm pretty sure I put more years into being that way than you have, Delphi. I'm sorry to say, but I literally gave up everything for a decade. Like nothing. I gave up careers and I just blanked everything out. And it was part of, and the reason why I'm saying it is there's a season for everything. There's a reason for everything. But we're going to have to fight.
Fuck around and say you're one of the chosen one. Call you my father. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
Yeah, I need to listen. Yeah, she
release the ego, the illusion.
You right.
I said you are one of the chosen. Like you came in before me. You know, you came in journeys as a divine feminine. So there's a reason you come in as a divine masculine, as a father. It's deep. It gets really deep. Back in the day, people would respect the words of the wisdom. Children teach the elders. Like my children taught me my spirituality.
Okay.
So my past life that I had with them. So I'm not gonna tell my children. Like they basically confirm a lot of stuff. So even an illusion doesn't matter really the age, gender, the race, nothing. You're here to perceive, receive, and interpret and understand what the vibration. Everything is a vibration. Information is vibration. So if you're not linked with that vibration, information is not there for you. You know how like students ready, the teacher appears out of nowhere type of thing. So sometimes when we don't link up, it's because we're not ready.
You know, this is deep what you're saying right here. This is very important. What you just said is very important. This is where esteem and self-esteem and low self-esteem comes into play with this. Because you can go out, like I like going to expensive malls, but I go there just to network and meet people and talk. I don't go there to shop. Because you can run into people when they're in a place with themselves where they're casual and like open. What I realized with time was they're not communicating with me because they're not ascendants. They're not incarnated here from the future. They're incarnated from the past. And they're under the matrix illusionary doctrine, one doctrine or another. It's just like I might be meeting a Latin brother. He might actually be receptive right then and there and want me to stand there and talk to him just about God, one of them religious like talks, not necessarily religious, but life, you relating about life. But you know, I'm not there for that because that's another lifetime for me. That's kind of like I'm relating with you in everyday stuff. I'm there either to do business, to meet people to do business with, or to do spiritual evolution with. He can't relate with that, and he doesn't realize that he's doing what we used to call in Brooklyn Um, I learned it in Brooklyn. It was a saying for it. They're like, "Oh yeah, you think like a black man." I'm like looking at him like, "Bro, you black. We black." Like, nah, you think like a black man. You got to think like God. We're the true and living God. You don't want to be in a black man complex. I'm like, what you talking about? And so it's like, you in those circumstances, you're defined by them, even if you think you're not. Like, because like you said, they believe the illusion. So they got the illusion consciousness that's prescribed for that specific circumstances. But the fact of the matter is, we supposed to be on some higher level. So we sitting there dropping jewels, and here comes some black Hebrews come to us. But we like, okay, y'all on that black man consciousness. They like, what you talking about? Because we used to call them we used to call them like the black Hebrews, the Jehovah's Witnesses, and the Moors. We used to call them the Mormons, because they always going around soliciting and kicking their knowledge, their wisdom. And you have to respect their knowledge and wisdom because it applies to us. But at the same time, we know it's an illusion being God body, being 5%ers. We know the math. We got to go to another level. We can't be on that complex. And so, like you were saying earlier, I need to be meditating. You're right, because what happened is, when people doing these spiritual attacks on me,
You don't feel them.
it's not just that, it's that it's an illusion. It's what you said. It's an illusion, and it's there cursed. So one thing I gotta pray, when I talk to my future self, people call it prayer. I'm talking to my future self. My future self is that lives in the future golden age of this world. You understand? It lives in the golden age of this world. I'm communicating with it. Other people are communicating with what they call something separate from themselves. God. There is nothing separate from me. I'm a sun toucher. I perceive the suns. We created the suns. How could something we created be older than us? So we definitely created the planets. You see, this is when you breaking past the illusion. But they coming and telling us the white man this and that, but you thought that you blacker than us or something? We standing right here busting rhymes. You can't even bust a rhyme, my guy. We kicking all this knowledge you kicking and more in rhyme form from the top of our dome, but your mind is better than ours. This is where confusion is really bad. We didn't need to hear your knowledge. You needed to calm it down and hear ours, because we could do what you can't. That right there should let you know, if you got some that's where that low self-esteem. So there's mentalities of low self-esteem. I'm going to create a name for our group and for myself and our group. And because we got a name for ourselves and our group, we're better than others. So let's go out and tell them. Meanwhile, now none of y'all are learning a damn thing every day of your life because you're too busy trying to tell other people. Especially don't want to learn nothing from women. So how is somebody worse than you, but you don't want to learn from them? And they got solutions to your problems. And so I'm defining the illusion that we got to break free from. Only, again, Delphi Priestess, because there are those that will watch this pre-recorded. Once this ain't alive, it'll be a pre-recorded video. And they might learn to realize why they need to do just what you're saying, meditate and block out the illusion.
Our strength lies within us. It's like my higher self. I finally get why you guys don't get it, because to say our strength lies within us could mean nothing to some people. What does that mean? My strength lies within us. Okay, what that means is closing your eyes and meditating. We have watered down the word meditation, like like we've watered down yoga. All the spiritual stuff, when they came here, we've made it a separate genre of living when it's supposed to be the standard of. We're supposed to wake up, stretch, meditate, hydrate, ungate, be in a vibration, be in a flow. We're supposed to be fluid and lucid in the physical realm. And because we're so dense, highest action of the day, if you do nothing else, is meditate. That's what power lies in you means. Go inside. Take your time, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, hours, whatever's most convenient to you to understand the inner world, the underworld, the hidden world, the illusion world, the unseen world. Close your eyes like this. You don't need eyes to see.
Mm.
You don't need that. You don't need that.
Guess what?
Walk
I
around.
got another one for you. Know what I sleep with? Earplugs. It allows me to sleep through sudden noises.
Wow. That's another way of meditation, believe it or not. Closing your ears like this.
Oh yeah, you gotta. Also, I wanted. Can I add something to your wisdom?
Of course, Father.
We have to be able to shut down our memory. We have to shut down our memory. If you could shut down, I shut down my memory in meditations. I just shared a high priest level secret with y'all.
Elaborate. Teach us.
A high priest level meditation jewel has just been dropped into all of y'all life. But me saying that isn't giving y'all all the jewels. There's a secret to it. Your memory screws with us all the time. It's just like if you want like the flow state, the video I was going to show you about the flow state, that's where this video will help people. In fact, I'm going to give them the flow state, then I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to give them the video.
If you're watching this video, chances are you're procrastinating on something. So here's a quick method to end procrastination and get into flow state. Number one, decide exactly what you need to do and be as specific as possible. Clear goals are a trigger for flow. Number two, create a compressed deadline for your task. A deadline that is definitely achievable but forces you to work less than you normally would. This challenges you to slightly exceed your current skill level, which is a trigger for flow. Number three, eliminate all distractions that are more exciting than the project at hand and don't turn to them, even when you're taking a break. Making your work the most exciting option makes it easy to stay absorbed in flow.
He said it for me, if you got it, but let me break it down. You have to escape your memory. You have to shut down and escape your memory. Those are two different things. You have to do both of them. If you're not capable of doing that, you will be tormented in this world. Your conscious, your heart can be triggered to fear and anger. Your heart can be triggered to disappointment, sadness. And you could be triggered to try to solve problems constantly. You could be anxious. All this stuff can be going on at once or one or another of them. And one of the secrets goals is to shut down your memory and escape your memories, whether it's in meditation or it's a just living in now or it's in workflow, you have to shut down unnecessary memories. And the way to do that is through escape. And that is the value of what Delphi Priestess is pushing on us with meditation. So shut down your memory and watch how much thought drift ends. Shut down, I repeat, shut down your memories and your thought drift will dissipate, allowing your frontal lobe to shut down. And your melanin can start flowing between your pineal and pituitary gland. Then you can go into these higher levels. What say you, Delphi Priestess?
You're accurate. You hit it on point. We have to tap into the spiritual realm, and that's by close.
By the way, everybody, it's about to cut off our live stream on Instagram, but I'm going to inbox anybody that was on here, and if you want to come on and do a talk with me, brother Kaj, you can. I'm gonna DM you, and then we can go from there. But go ahead, sister, shut us down, because you're gonna close out the whole talk. It's just yours now.
All right. Well, everything is simple. To tap in, to understand the illusion, to do certain level of mysticism, get used to the inner world, understand how to have access to more awareness. The physical world, what we're calling the physical realm, is by closing your eye, or like I said, whatever type of meditation that resonates with you. Find something. There's japa meditation. Let me show you my beads.
By the way, that's my brother Jordan. Kat TJ is actually my brother Jordan, who I haven't seen or heard from in years. Yo, peace, Jordan. I didn't even know that was Jordan. Ah, that's crazy. That's my brother Jordan. I didn't even know that was Jordan. Yo, bless Jordan. That's crazy. Jordan's in the house. What? Okay, go ahead, sister. Yeah, that's my brother. We're the same mom.
Uh-oh.
I haven't talked to nobody in years.
So this is japa. It's a mantra meditation. Hold it from to your left, different forms of meditation. So, japa meditation, dance meditation, music meditation. For me, like your old-fashioned, close your eye, tap in. So that way, you know how they said the eye windows the soul. To be aware of I, you gotta close thine eye and allow them to be single.
Okay.
Know yourself, humanity, greater than your form. Let not the ego, don't let the tool control you. Don't let the tool control you. No, it's a tool. You gotta control the tool. The body is the tool that we manifest exist here in the illusion. Even though a lot of us at the be in this physical, in this physical realm, and we don't even have to come back as. But we loyal to the mission, so we come in human.
You know what? I'm grateful you pushing meditation on me, because I've been getting back into it on a not just daily basis. I always meditate every day, but actually going to specific locations and doing it. I've been actually doing that, and I leave the phone in the vehicle. I'll just take me some water, not even fruit.
Ascended Master,
We have to be, because we're ascendants. And to know more, it's not just ascension, it's the ascendancy. So if you look up the definition of the word ascendancy, that's important. You know, we are fighting a war because the others of humanity are in they're in a coma. In a coma, no space remains void. So if you lose that light within yourself, darkness will be put in you. And so that's the problem with humanity being in a coma and being in amnesia, is they don't just be ignorant, they get reprogramming put in them. And the programming is like some real serious screwed up stuff. And that's what's going on with all of us. Like, we're incarnated from the future. Everybody on here, Alley Cat, Jordan, Akaj, I call him by Akaj, and Delphi Priestesses, all of us are incarnated from the future. We're not incarnated from the past like the others. There's those in our family that are incarnated from the past. Some of them are positive people, some of them are more negative. But when you're incarnated from the future, our power level is a whole nother thing. The forces and powers yielded through us are a whole nother thing. It's like unparalleled. But it will be shutting off.
Sorry about that.
In fact, the Instagram already stopped. So cool. It looked like I attracted my brother back in my life. That's cool. I haven't seen him in years. Like, it's funny because the last time I seen him, I think he had helped me move to an apartment. So now me and him, I'm going to have to go pick him up and see if he want to go hang out. I was wondering what I was going to do today after this. Now I'm going to go see him, hopefully he got some time.